All right, it looks like we are live for my very first podcast that I have ever done. So, one thing we're going to do real quick, I believe I already have, let me make sure, I think I have the Kraven the Hunter trailer pulled up. Indeed, I do. Now, this was the Red Band trailer that was. We'll go with the Marvel Entertainment Channel posted trailer. And I will share with you guys my screen.
My son, we are hunters, the greatest the world has ever known.
Охотник до сказки.
Guys, these guys.
Whoever is unjust,
You think you're some kind of honor, some kind of code.
will be unjust too.
You're just another man
Whoever is righteous,
hunting for a trophy,
let him be righteous too.
just like our father.
When the man comes around. When the man comes around.
Embrace who you really are, son. And you will become a legend.
When the man comes around. When the man comes around.
So, could any of you hear the trailer? I need to know. Sorry, getting off onto a low start. This is my first podcast, so I'm not sure how well this is going to go. I've never done this before. But okay, you guys can hear me. Let me see if you guys were able to hear the trailer.
Whoever is unjust,
You think you're some kind of honor,
Yes, you guys were able to. Okay.
Yes, you guys were able to. Okay. Yes, you guys were.
All right. Well, so my initial thoughts on the trailer, honestly, I think that if Sony in their little Spider-Verse that they are currently making has any chance of succeeding, it is all riding on this movie. Aaron Taylor Johnson, God, I hope I'm remembering his name right. I think he looks pretty good as Crave the Hunter. I'm glad they're going for an R rating. The only thing I can think I might nitpick at is the whole him having the superpowers. I never pictured Kraven having superpowers. He was just a man who was really big, but I get it. There is no human on earth who's that muscly, that big, who's an actor. So it kind of makes sense they go for someone who he's buff. We've all seen him in the trailer. You just saw him in the trailer. He looks pretty damn good. He's in pretty damn good physical shape, and I think he looks pretty good as Kraven. And I have no doubt he's going to pour 110% into the project as a whole. But I am concerned as for the film's plot, especially where we now know that Rhino will be appearing in the movie and not in like a mech suit. He will be appearing in, I guess, a Power Rangers villain. He turns into a rhinoceros. It's kind of like what the Amazing Spider-Man 2 did with Electro. It's not at all what Electro was like. They made him literally his power, and it looks like that's what they're doing here with Rhino, and I don't much like that. Don't much care for that. Uh, there was going to be a co-host, but it is just me, so I don't have someone to bounce these ideas and have a conversation with. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even know how to add someone to this. That's something I could do. I don't know. Sorry, I am looking at my phone. I am trying to look for a co-host of sorts that would be willing to do this, but I'm having a hard time finding one, believe it or not. Anyways, this is either going to make or break the Sony Spider-Man without Spider-Man universe. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, although I do think Kraven is their best and their last hope at continuing this little cinematic universe they're trying to build that started with Venom and Venom 2. Then we got Morbius, and didn't we get Madam Web, which both of those were awful. Hell, you could debate that the first two Venom movies were bad, but at least they were fun. And now they're coming out with Kraven, which seems far different in tone, in style, and seems much more character driven than the other four films I listed. I think this could be their best chance at saving this little Sony Spider-Man without Spider-Man universe that they're wanting to make. How well it'll end up doing, I don't know. My fingers are crossed. Honestly, if I'm being honest, I am actually excited for this project. More so than I was for Venom 3, and I still have yet to see Venom 3. I could easily watch it right now if I wanted to, but I'm more excited for this film for some reason. Where this is, by the way, guys, for the no people that are here, this is just a kind of trial podcast, giving you guys my thoughts on the Kraven the Hunter trailer and upcoming movie and the history behind it. They have not had a good track record so far, aside from the Venom movies, and I think Kraven honestly might end up being their saving grace. I think it has potential. I think Aaron Taylor Johnson will give it his all. I think Russell Crowe being in it is a good sign. Um, from what they have talked about on behind the scenes stuff, makes it sound like it is much more of a passion project for them than anything else, and I think that's a good sign. The amount of promotional material they put out there, and the amount of blood and stuff shows that they understand the character to an extent that gives me some borrowed trust from the character in the Venom movies. Any project Ari Aster is in is always kind of doomed from the start. I think I'm pronouncing his name right. He kind of had a lot to do with the Spider-Man movies and these new Sony movies. Let me see. Oh, Avi Arad. Let me pull a picture of him and share the screen. That would be Avi Arad. In any project he is in does not go or bode well typically. He's had some good hits like the Sam Raimi movies, but he is the driving force behind it. He's the Kevin Feige to the Sony Spider-Man villain universe. And so far he's done a crap job. I think his era of films has passed. Um, I don't think he's the right producer to be doing these movies, and I don't think the strain of movies is a good idea in the first place. But if there is one out of the movies they've made, Morbius, Venom, Madam Web, and of course Kraven, I think Kraven has a better shot of actually being good. Anyways, that's my thoughts. I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts are on the trailer. Not a whole lot to go on. We can see that Rhino will be in this, and I think they hinted towards a different villain as well that Kraven will be going up against. I don't know how tightly this will tie in to the event set up at the end of Venom 2. I don't know if we will. I doubt they're going to try and make connections with like Madam Web, Morbius, and Venom. I doubt they're going to do that. I think this is going to be a standalone. If they do it that way, I think that'd be the best way to do it. If all these characters need to have their own movies without trying to set up a universe, they need to let them each have their own standalone movie. If all of them do good, then you can start building up towards a like team up event. Call it like they're already in works of a Sinister Six movie, which I think is a bad idea with the characters they have given us. But if they were to give each character a standalone movie that is not there to set up a cinematic universe, and if all of them do well, or take the ones that did do well, and then build a cinematic universe off of those and make that leads towards a cinematic universe or a cinematic climax of the Sinister Six, then I think they could do something special. But that is not what they've been doing. If we were to go based off of that, all we'd have is Venom. I guess you could throw in Michael Keaton's Vulture since Morbius brought him in, and Kraven. That's only half the team of the Sinister Six. Anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching. Like I said, this was pretty much just a test podcast. If you guys want to see more podcasts like this, be sure to let me know. And I would love to do more. And hopefully next time I will have a co-host. Until next time, though, this is McKee and Mole signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great night, guys.